This is third or fourth video in a row when a conductor is stretched. We said initially how it is doubling the length or tripling the length, that we did in two methods. One is keeping A1 L1 is equal to A2 L2 and then converting the entire resistance formula. In the case of stretching alone, it is rho by V into L square, or we said R is equal to K L square, and that is for doubling the length, increasing the length by 100%. That was also the same case. If they increase the length by 100% means L plus 100% of L, they are doubling the length. So now what if the percentage of change in the length, the stretch is 2%, 5% like that. For instance, if a wire is stretched by 4%, what is the new resistance and percentage of change in resistance? So two things. One is new resistance. How do we do that? So we know that R is equal to K L square. I'll just do that first and then I'll tell you how to calculate the percentage of change in resistance. First, the initial case we should take. Equation number one is original resistance R is equal to K L square. Then 4%, the length is stretched by 4%. It can also be contracted by 4%. Contracted or compressed by 4% means minus 4%. Stretched by 4% means plus 4%. Okay. Then if it is stretched, the new resistance R prime is equal to K into L prime square. What is L prime? Finding L prime is the problem here. We know that if it is stretched by 4%, L prime is equal to L plus 4% of L. So L plus 4% means 4 by 100 times L. Then L plus 0.04 L. Then L prime is actually equal to 1.04 times L. If you substitute the same over here, you will get K into 1.04 L whole square. Now you want to find the new resistance R prime in terms of the old resistance. Then new resistance R prime by R, it is always the division of the later equation by the former equation. So then it is K times 1.04 L whole square by K L square. Then in this case it is going to be equal to K times L square into 1.04 whole square by K L square. Then K L square will be cancelled off. Then R prime is equal to 1.04 whole square. So 1.04 whole square is, it is like 1.04, this is gonna be equal to 1.08 something, it is coming 1.081. So R prime by R is 1.08, R prime is equal to 1.08 R. If they ask the new resistance, it can be calculated like this. What if they ask the percentage of change in resistance? If a wire is stretched by 4%, what is the percentage of change in resistance? For that, you can use even a shorter method. The shorter method meaning you always have to divide the final equation, the later equation by the initial equation, the former equation, and then subtract 1 on both sides and then multiply by 100. You need to understand what it literally means. So far I hope you have understood. So this one, you see, what is percentage of change in any value? The percentage of change in any value is change in value by original value original value into 100. This is what percentage of change in value. This is what percentage of change in value. Then here, if r prime by r is known, r prime by r, what is change in value? Change in value is initial value was r, the final value was r prime, the change in value is r prime minus r. Sometimes if r prime is less, it is r minus r prime. It is always like r, the final value minus initial value. If the final value minus initial value comes out to be negative, resistance decreases. If final value minus initial value comes out to be positive, the resistance increases. So you take this equation, r prime by r is equal to the whole thing, which is 1.04 whole square. That you keep that in mind. So r prime by r, when we put, it has to be 1.04 whole square. 1.04 whole square has come out to be 1.08. That's why r prime by r was 1.08 r. Then we wrote it as r prime, the new resistance is 1.08 times the old resistance. What is the percentage of change in value? R prime minus r, change in value to the original value. Change in value here is actually r prime minus r. Original value was r. So we need to get what? R prime minus r by r. In order to do that, subtract minus 1 on both sides. In order to get that on the left hand side, you need to subtract 1 from this side. When you do that 1 here, you have to do the same on the other side. So minus 1 over here and 1 over here. So r prime minus by r minus 1 is r prime minus r by r. This is actually change in resistance, final value minus initial value by original resistance. This is going to be equal to 0.08. The percentage of change in value is actually change in value to the original value that we have got into 100. The percentage of change in value is into 100. So if you do into 100 on this side, so this into 100, this into 100, if you do the same into 100, you will get 8. So we have to mention that as 8%. When you stretch a conductor, by 4%, then the resistance will change by 8%. A small continuation to stretching. We said r prime by r is equal to L prime by L the whole square in the case of stretching a conductor. If the stretching is very small percentage, we can use binomial theorem. How you know? When you write, suppose you are stretching by x percentage, then L prime will be equal to L plus x percentage of L. That means L plus 0.0 xl. Then in that case, L into 1 plus 0.0x. Like that, it is 1 point something. Say if it is 2% or 4%, if you put the number, it will be possible for you to easily write it. Suppose 2%. So that 2% here, it would reflect as 1.02. In that case, how you would write here is that L into 1 plus 0.02 divided by L the whole square. When you cancel this out, so this is basically that x percentage. So 0.02 meaning x percentage. So here you can write it as 1 plus 0.02 whole power 2, 1 plus x whole power n. 1 plus x whole power n is 1 plus nx, 2 into 0.02. Right. So here on the left hand side, it is r prime by r. Remember what we did just now? Minus 1 on both sides. When you put minus 1 on both sides, these two will be cancelled. This multiplied by 100 is the percentage of change. So this multiplied by 100, that means that 2 into 0.02 is 0.04 into 100. So this is equal to like 4%. If this is 2%, this becomes 4%. Then 8% means 16%, like that. So this one you can keep it like, if a wire is stretched, percentage of change in resistance. Percentage of change in resistance is equal to 2x percentage. So keep that thing in mind.